Hey guys, how y'all doing? My name is Bill. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, stick around. You're going to learn some stuff. If you've been here before, I appreciate you coming back. But today, I'm going to show you how I created these football gnomes. And I used AI, the Google AI, in order to create them. So, you'll see I have tape on them because apparently you can't even videotape a sport team that's for the legal purposes. So I had to actually tape off what they were. Both of them are taped off. Whatever was on them, you can't see behind them, but you can put your different team logos in there and stuff like that. But I could not show you those on this video. So forgive me for that, but that's just the legal parts of what it is, and we're not trying to get in trouble with it. But I'm going to have a free file for you at the end of this one here that you'll be able to download, use it in Lightburn, and be able to create these yourself and put your own logos in there, whatever your team that you like. So stick around to the end, see how I go through the process of it, and you'll be able to learn some stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and jump onto the internet, and I'm going to show you Gemini is the one that I use is 2.5. I did watch another creator do this, and I thought it was really neat, and I gave it a try, and I said, you know, let's give this a try, see how it comes out. And I really liked how it was coming out, so I tried it myself. I've been messing around with it now for a while. I've done a couple different AI projects and stuff with it, but this one here is what I'm going to do today for you, the football gnomes. So we'll go back into on the internet, and we're going to take a look at what I typed in here. This is what I typed in. Generate a black and white simple line drawing of a football gnome. Now, if you had a specific team that you like, you would put it in here. Drawing of whatever your team is right here, and then football gnome. And then you hit enter, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to generate and create one for you. This is the one that it created. Every time it does it, it's different. But this is the one that it created this time around. I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and bring that into Lightburn, and how you can start the process of doing it. And I'm also going to show you a video at the end of it actually cutting it out. I'm not going to show you the painting of it, but everyone knows how to paint, but you can at least see what the image looks like when it's done. Came out really nice. But what you're going to do now is once you get to the one that you want, I mean, you can add more stuff in here if you want to have it where the football is in one hand, or whatever the case is. You can create whatever it is you want. You can even put your logos in here, and your team logos in here, and it will actually generate that for you as well too. Like I said, I just can't show you on the video of that process of it, but you can add your team logos under the football. You can have the name of the football team, whether it's high school, college, professional. You can have it underneath there. You can have the logo up on top here, like kind of what I did. But so you just type that all in this line here, and it'll generate whatever one you want. If you don't like it, just click different one, and it'll put out another one. And you just keep going until you find the one that you do like. Now, what you do is you right click on the image. I'm sorry, you click on it first, I think. Let's make sure I'm right. Right click on it, and you want to hit copy image. Now you're going to pull up Lightburn, and you're going to see in Lightburn, this is the one that I showed you here. But this right now is the process. You pull another one in. You're going to right click in the middle and hit paste. Now there's your gnome that AI is generated for you. It's not a copyrighted thing. Gnomes are not copyrighted, so you can create these things for yourself, and you don't even have to worry about it. But as soon as you add something that's copyright, then that's where you have to worry about if you're making videos, or if you're trying to sell them online, or if you're trying to sell them, if it's a friend you're selling it to, who's going to know? But if you put it on a stand somewhere, yeah, you can get caught up with selling copyrighted things. A gnome is not copyrighted from what I know of, so you can use this in the video, and you can use this selling them. So we're gonna right click on it. Well, first you want to make sure it is selected. So you click on it, right click on it, and then trace image. Now you see it's going to trace it out. Hit OK, and there's your image. Let's change that to a black layer, and that would be what it is right now. So if you wanted to cut this one out and you wanted that all to engrave, the first thing you'd have to do is select this outer line, come up here to Windows and Wire Smooth. Now you can see the outer line. You click on it, ungroup it first, I'm sorry. Click on it, and then you're going to go over here to offset, and you can offset it whatever it is you want. Let me get out of there, go back into millimeters, offset again, and we'll offset it, that'll be fine. And we're not going to delete the original. We are going to select the resultant object. So let's turn that on. Now we're going to turn that on a red layer, and we're going to highlight it all again, and we're going to zoom in tight, control on your keyboard, left click on the mouse, get rid of that outer line so it's not dashes going around it. And now you're going to change that color to your blue. Now we'll leave it on black, that's fine. But in order to see it, you remember you got to go back up here to Windows and toggle back on filled course. Now you'll see it's going to engrave it, and then it's going to also cut it out. So if that's something simple you want to do, that's simple. There you go. Now let's go here over to the one I have. This is the one that I have. It's going to be a free file for you, so you'll be able to use this and create your own. But this line and the logo, where it says logo, that's on T2 toolpath, so that will not engrave or cut out. All you want to do is, if you know what your team is that you like, you can click on this, ungroup it all. Oh. Now when you download the file, it is going to all be grouped. I don't want you to download it and then move a piece here without knowing it. So I group everything when I will be posting them for you guys to be able to download for free. But you want to make sure that when you come in, before you go do any changes, you have to ungroup them first, because they will be grouped when you get them. They should be grouped when you get them. So let's go back and let's take a look. Now you're going to click on your logo. You're going to delete that out, and then you're going to put whatever it is inside here. That's about the size of what you want. And you're going to put your logo. You go on the internet, or download your logo, bring it in, go through the same process of what we did over here for this gnome. Right click on it, trace the image, and then you can put that size and put it in that box. Down here would be another spot where you can put another, like if you have the logo up here, you'd probably want the logo down here, because you're going to have your team name down here. So you can put your logo on your shirt, or you can put a number on your shirt. If you got 10, you can put your whatever you want. You can put inside this box. But mostly I have the logo in the hat and also on the shirt. And then down here, you'll be able to customize this to what you want. As long as you download my file, it'll be in a Lightburn format. You'll be able to customize this. Now you hit the A, come over here to the other side of the E, click on it, and you'll see how it put it on an angle. All you gotta do is backspace it out and type in your team, and whatever your team name is, put it in here, and you see it's going to put it right where the other one was. It's going to center. It's going to be perfect. Now you got to change that to the blue layer, because you do want that to be engraved also. So you put that on the blue layer, and now that's going to engrave the team name that you have. So that's pretty simple. This, let me just double check and make sure, should be out of 3mm, and it is 3mm. If you look right over here, it shows 3mm. So that's what your tab height is, and your slot width will be 3mm as well. Now, before I make this available, I'm actually going to change this up. Let me click on these two, because these two are going to be the same. We're going to group that, and we're going to bring that down to here, because this is going to be your bottom plate. Let me switch cameras. This is going to be your stand that it's going to sit on. So the bigger one is the top circle, and then the smaller one is going to be those right down here, and that's what your tab is going to fit in. So You remember the bigger circle here? That's the bottom base of that stand. And then these two, it's going to cut these out, and then that's where you're going to put. Let me get rid of that. Let me select this. Now you're going to take this, and that's going to sit right in this slot right here. So you're going to glue these two together. Now what you can also do too, and I probably won't add this on there because I don't want it to confuse anybody that maybe didn't see this video, but if you click this one, we're going to hit Control D, duplicate it. We're going to select this ring here, and we're going to center that in the middle of that ring. Now this is going to be a score, so you're just going to have it just lightly engrave a round circle. So you can actually pull this right in place where that is. So when you glue it, you know where to glue it at across this, so it's going to be straight on that first bottom level piece to that stand. So we're going to change that to a green, and that's going to be a score, which is going to be right there. We're going to move that up to the top. So all the red is going to be your cutout, and of course all the blue is going to be engraved, and then you got your score going right across here. That's so you can put this bottom piece back on, so you know you have it centered up. Okay, let me group that together, and let me group this together. Okay, so that's real basic, real simple. Put your logo in here. Since this is a tool path, it will not engrave or cut, so you can just get rid of this logo. You can get rid of that and put your team logo right in that center of that. Then you can go ahead down here, put your team logo in the center of this down here, and then you come down here and you can click on that, hit the A, click on it, and then you can change it to whatever team you like that you're doing. You can just put that, and it's going to center it right in the middle. So that's pretty basic, pretty simple. I'm going to have this file available for you, and this is what it is going to look like. That's going to be your score. That's going to be your cutout. These both are going to be cut out. The outer red, that's going to be cut out, and then all the blue in the middle is going to be engraved. And then you just have to change it to what you want to have it for your team name and your team logo. So I think that's pretty easy. What do you think? That's a pretty easy project. You can go right on AI, you can have it generated for you, and you can do it yourself. Or you can take this file and you can do it yourself. Either one is fine. I'm going to give it free. You can download it and do what you want with it. But unfortunately, I did have to tape off the things because of legal issues. But that's it. That's how they look. I stained the bottom of this one, and I did paint this one. I'm going to show you what I used to paint them with, and what I used to glue them with. I'm going to show you that here in a second. But that's going to be what you're going to be able to download and get for free. The only thing I ask, if you do this, and it is something that you do, if you would please just go ahead and hit like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, but most important, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you get updates on my next videos. That's real important to me. Since I'm taking the time to go through these and put them and give them to you free for file, least you can do is go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And then while you're at it, check out the rest of my videos. You'll learn a lot of stuff. I'm not a professional at this. It's just how I go about it. It's the way I can create Lightburn to work for me. So, but that's just how I work it. There's lots of other ways to do things. This is the way I do it. If you have a comment down below would say, hey, I'd like to see this or that, put it in there. I'll see what I can do for you. But I think that's going to be it. I'm going to jump over to this other camera real quick because I do want to show you what I did use to do it. And if you look, this is the Gorilla Glue. This is what I used to glue everything up together on the one that I painted. That's the glue I used to glue that up with. And this is the paints that I used. Got them off of Amazon. I don't think they were a whole lot of money. It's basic. It's only 24 colors. Next one I will get more bigger variety selection, because some of the stuff I painted white I would rather have had it flesh color, or the blue is not really the color of the blue of the jersey that I wanted. I wanted more navy blue, but I used what I had. So, but that's the glue I used, and that's the paint I used right there. So, I hope you all like this. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, if you did, drop a comment. And if you're going to take this file, just go ahead and hit subscribe. That'd be awesome. Oh, one last thing I do want to show. This was made for 3mm plywood. So if you're going to change the plywood, and also I'm going to show you another thing too as well. If you're going to change the plywood to 2mm, then you have to change your slot in your tab. And I'm going to show you how you do that real quick. And also too, this is meant for like a 4.5 inch gnome. So when you're designing, you design it smaller, so when you make it bigger, those proportions will be proper. If you design this real small, and then you come in and you try to cut some of these things out, or it's going to be too small because you designed it at 10 inches. Now you have it down to 3 inches. A lot of that detail is going to be gone. So you want to make sure that you do design them at a bigger, or smaller, I'm sorry, smaller than what you're actually thinking. This way you can expand it to the size you want. So we're going to go ahead back into Lightburn, and I'm going to show you how you can do those couple things real quick. Now, for your tabs, you click this outer box, go back to the selector tool, and then you come up here to tools, and you come down to resize slots and tabs. Now you know your material, because we already checked it was 3mm. So you're going to put up here 3. Your new material is going to be whatever it is. If you're using 5mm, put 5. Now you want your tab height. Now it's going to drop this down. You can see the arrow coming down. That's going to make that so it fits the wood that you have. You have to make sure you have a caliper and you do know the size of your wood, so you can get the proper depth on this. But you go ahead and hit OK. Now you see it just changed it from 3 to right over here 5mm. Oh, come on. 5mm. So it did change it from 3 to 5. Now you also want to change your slot width. So you're going to go ahead. You remember that was also 3. Look at it. There it says 3. Hit OK. Now we want to select that. Tools, resize slots in selection, and you want to put 3. That's what it was. And you want to have it at 5. So that's what it's going to be. Hit your slot width. Oh, first. See, it's not changing anything. Reason is I have that group. So you have to ungroup it first. Select it. Back into tools. Resize slots in selection. Your tab width. It was 3. You see the arrows now are going out. So that's going to make that wider. That's going to fit that 5mm plywood. Hit apply and OK. Now that just changed it from 3mm to 5mm. Now if you want to make this whole thing a little bit bigger, the big thing you have to do is you have to not group it, but you have to select the whole entire piece. And now you hit Control on your keyboard, and then you can zoom it out to whatever size you want. Okay? You're going to see it's got it's locked. The lock is locked. And by holding Control, it's going to keep that going perfect what it is. If you let go of Control, you'll see it's making it smaller this way and that way. That is not what you want. You want Control so that it keeps that oriented properly. So you make it to whatever size you want. And that's now you got to remember now, because you made it bigger, your slots and tabs are going to be different. So let's go ahead and click out of that. Now your your tab height is now 11.32mm. You wanted it 5, right? So we got to remember 11.32mm. Come down here to select it first. Tools, bring it down to resize slots and tab. 11.32, I believe I said it was. And your new material is going to be 5. And we're doing a tab height. You see the arrow now is going inward, so it's going to make that smaller from 11.32 to the 5. Hit apply and OK. Now it changed it to where it's going to fit your 3mm plywood. You have to do the same down here with the slot. That should still be the same. Let's make sure. 11.32, yes it is. It did do it properly. Tools, resize slots and selection, tab width. You'll see now they're bringing those arrows in. Apply and OK. Now it just changed everything to now it will fit your 3mm plywood. So that's the two things I wanted to show you when you are making it bigger, making it smaller, adjusting the size what you want. You just want to make sure that you do change your slots and your tabs to be able to fit that plywood that you're using. If you didn't see one of my videos, I have a depth gauge where you can use it. Matter of fact, right here is one. If you didn't see that video, you really need to go check that video out, because that's going to allow you to take this wood, see, and you can put this wood in here to find out the exact thickness of how tight you want it to be. See, if I did 3mm, it's falling right off. But if I come up here to the 2.4, it's a lot harder to get it in. Now it's staying. That's friction fit. So you can use that gauge. Instead of putting 3mm, you can actually put 2.4, because that's what it made it kind of tight to fit in there. So if you didn't see that other video, hop on the channel, check it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about with that video. So that's going to be it. I appreciate y'all. Hope you got something out of this. And hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Or hit the like button. Drop a comment. And hit that bell notification so you do get notified. I'm looking at my YouTube algorithm, and I'm not getting a lot of, I guess, apparently because people aren't hitting the bell notification. So that they're not getting when I get an update, they're not getting that. So click on that bell notification. That's going to let you know as soon as I put one out, you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to come in and check it out. But I think that's it. I don't think there was anything else with this. I appreciate y'all. You'll be able to find this file in the description section of my video. You can go down there and you can click on it. It's going to be a Lightburn file, so you'll be able to pull it in and have those, should be those exact settings that I have for my 20-watt laser. You can change them and you can alter them how you need, but that should put you right to where you need to be. If you have a 10-watt, you're going to have to change the speed and power, but that'll be it. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you much. Stay safe and have a good day. Thank you.